I got them packs and I'm talking wax.
What's up, guys? Elevate Sports Cards here, and we're going to the Valley Fair Sports Cards.
I am Zach.
Oh yeah, and I am Cooper, and we are from ElevateSportsCards.com. As I said, we were going to the Valley Fair Sports Card Show, and
I'm just gonna see what cards we can get here.
yeah, and we're gonna have a blast of a time. See you guys there.
Got everybody copping out in the hood.
Pac-Man.
Investing rare product and you're doing good.
Who you know that got wax on the time machine? Flip cards, wax cards, and student dean. And I just found a glitch, it's a prism green. Cause I tug big hits like I'm pool kings. Hold on. Let me rip first. Dragging through them packs, fingertips hurt. Cause I haul big loads like I'm Cuz Kirk. Heard your connect out of service cause he don't work. Out of there. Hey, I just hit again. Ain't no sleeves in the party, we can't load with them. I can name 20 products I'm invested in. Keep boxes sealed up like open gyms. You investing, but you keep slipping. Think I need a new pack, it keep ripping. Eyes locked on that paper, I got op vision. They say the hype died down, but we still flipping. I'm ripping too quick, slow me down. Wasn't collecting then, you collecting now. Ain't no ripping with the set, don't keep packs round. Just pull the A, I need a Kobe now. Every time the phone ding, it's flipping time. Peter got packs, Amazon. I see hollow ops, cause my vision fine. New name for silver prisms, Valentine. Who you know that got wax on the time machine? Flip cards, wax cards, and student dean. And I just found a glitch, it's a prism green. Cause I tug big hits like I'm pool kings. Hold on, let me pull first. Ripping through them packs, fingertips hurt. Cause I haul big load like I'm Cuz Kirk. Heard you connect out of service cause he don't work.
I got them packs.
We are here at the card show with Frank. You are a legend for shouting out us on your YouTube channel. We took a video and put it on Instagram, and we're really grateful for you for doing that. And we'd like to ask a couple questions.
Alright, fire away.
So, I just think with all these grading cards, I just feel like how do you have enough money to grade all of them with PSA of how expensive it is?
Well, most of these ones right here, I don't know what you consider expensive, but right now it's kind of expensive and not justifiable, I would say, which means more than I think it should be. So it's hard to justify getting cards graded now, like the ones I normally get graded. But these ones I got graded before the prices went up, which was only up until last year. In fact, I got 2 of these orders came back almost like 10 and 10.5 months late after I dropped them off. But I got them as late as December and January. So, and then the prices all went up for that ultra modern and the modern. $12 and $15 a card in bulk, and then they went up to $20 for about a month right before PSA decided that they couldn't take any more stuff. So, except for the Super Express, which is $300, and I don't think there's many cards I would get graded for $300.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous.
But there is a trick to, because even when these were cheaper, it still cost me like $5,000 per order. So I would do it 500 cards. And the way I would be able to pay for that was, the first order I had to figure out a way to pay. I had to save the money, right? Or sell some stuff to pay for it. Then after that, I would take a lot of cards that aren't my PC cards, or aren't cards that I love, but they're cards that I thought would grade high and that I thought that a lot of people would collect, like a lot of other players that people like that I didn't necessarily like. So I would get all those graded, and I would hope to get high grades. So what I would do is I would take out the ones that I loved for my PC, or the ones that I wanted to save for down the road when they might become worth a lot more, my investment cards, and then I would sell the rest of them. And I would take all that money, and I would put that towards my next order. So basically, my rule was I'd make the cards pay for the cards. You know what I mean? So I'd get them graded, then I'd sell the ones I didn't want, take all that money, and then put it towards paying for the next order. So that way I only had to save up that big chunk of change one time. After that, I made the cards pay for themselves. Kind of like the story I told you last time, remember about reinvesting? The lollipop story? I only paid, my mom paid for that first one, $1. After that, I just reinvested the same money until I had as much candy as I wanted, and it all originally started from that $1. that $1 made all the money for the rest. They just kept reinvesting the profit and the original investment. Same thing with this. Same concept. So originally, before all these chrome fancy cards came out, you'd have to look for its centering, obviously. If it's not at least 55-45, PSA won't give it a 10. If it's 60-40 and everything else is gem mint, they're only going to give it a 9. So same thing with Beckett's. SGC is probably pretty similar. Centering's got to be good. Edges got to be great. Surface has to be very clean. Chrome cards, you got to watch out for fingerprints. They can get marks on them. Now I take my shirt, cotton t-shirt, and I clean them very carefully because you don't want to hit that corner and then pull, because you can pull the corner up. So when you're on the corners, you don't want to hit the corners. And if you have to clean the corner, you want to push it against away from the corner. So that way you're not going to pull back the corner. You can just. But anyways, you want to clean them real good. I use this cotton t-shirt. Everyone gets fancy. They use gloves. They use microfiber cloth. I've been doing this forever. I'm really good at it. You don't need all that fancy.
I know, because sometimes it still gives you the fingerprints because of the electric energy and heat that comes from your thumb. So it still makes it a fingerprint.
Yep, you know, I know one of my big secrets for making sure I don't get my cards dirty too. Before I open them for a video, I wash them with dish soap and warm water. Because that cleans all the dirt and oil. Oil's the big thing. Clean them with dish soap. Dish soap touches grease. So I clean them with dish soap, and then my hands are grease-free, plus dirt and grime free, all that stuff. Dish soap is most important.
Look at my hands.
Our hands naturally have oils in them, you know, like our skin does. So they can look clean, feel clean, but there's some oil, and then you still leave fingerprints on all these chrome cards and shiny cards.
Basically, I love playing games, so basically cleaning a chrome card is like cleaning a disc.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you get scratches on it or smudges, you can clean them off, right? But you don't want to scratch the disc, right?
Yes,
So you gotta be.
I've done that in
Yeah, so you can either breathe on it like that, or sometimes I just kind of lick my fingers a little bit if it needs to get if it needs to be wet. You just rub it real good for a minute with your finger, and then take your hand, wipe it off, and then when you get it mostly off, then you can kind of give it a good wipe. You know, polish it up, buff it up, give it a little shine. Just gotta be careful how you do it though.
Yeah, because sometimes it can wear the room and it's not.
Yeah. And you gotta make sure that there's nothing on there, like dust or dirt, because if it's still on there when you're wiping it off, you can actually take that and scratch the card. So you gotta be careful. When it's dust, you gotta be very careful. I always take my finger, like this with dust, and I'll first I'll try to blow it off, and then I'll just gently kind of pull it off, okay? And gently pull it off because it just stays on the edges. And then once the dust is off, then you can polish it a little bit. But you gotta be careful. Dust on a shiny card and scratch it. So it's not as simple as, you know, people think it is. Like there's a strategy if you want to keep the card as gem mint as possible. Because one scratch is going to knock it down a ton, right?
So, I think that we'll wrap up. Make sure to go to your YouTube channel, which is...
Let's see here. I think I have a thing right there, actually. There you go. Nice, fancy, handwritten sign.
I love it.
I was at a show one day and I was like, I'm going to put my YouTube stuff up, but I don't have a commercial printer here, so I just drew it. And it's come with me for a while.
So, I think that will wrap it up. Thank you so much for having us here. And...
Come and ask me questions anytime. Maybe I'll come over sometime and we'll do a break together.
yeah, that would be good.
So we got first day. We met lots of people. It was very exciting. We got some things to rip at the house.
Yeah, especially show them.
We got Japanese Pokemon.
It's gonna be our first time.
It's gonna be our first ever Japanese.
And
card.
is it the VMAX?
Pokemon tin, as you saw,
Yeah, Pokemon tin.
and also just other cool stuff.
Make sure to stay tuned, guys. Bye.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.